Do you think that you know more than them and you're going to open up a startup by yourself? You're not going to get a loan. You're going to start it up from nothing. Why would you do that? Even the banks don't even believe in that. They know the failure rate is so much higher.
Welcome, everybody. This is the first Tint World podcast. My name is Brian Licata. I'm here with the CEO and I guess host of the podcast, Charles Bonfiglio. Good morning, Charles. How are you today, sir?
The Tint World experience.
Yes, yeah, the Tint World experience. I think we the name hasn't come to me yet. I don't know if you've been thinking it all, but it'll come.
Okay, let's do it.
It'll come. So in this first episode, I think we should get into like a little bit of business stuff. So the question I had written down for you is a different question than I want to ask you this morning. I was thinking about this last night. If you were starting over now, say you were 18, 19, 20 years old, knowing some of the stuff you know now, what would you do? Would you do anything differently? Like what would your business move be? Where would you put your chips?
Well, I guess I would probably leverage the system that we have built with Tint World. I mean, I'm just telling you. I mean, if there was a system out there, again, I didn't even know what franchising was. You're talking about 1983 when I moved to Florida, and I was wanting to open up a aftermarket accessory business. So I was like, okay, well, how do I open up one of these? I didn't think about businesses being as a franchise as an option. I just thought, you come from Brooklyn, you got all these little eclectic businesses that are opening up. I worked in my friend's older brother's car stereo shop. I thought I would do something like that. Name it something cool, like Charlie's Car Stereos. I don't know, whatever it was. But I came down here to do that, and I was thinking of doing that. But really, again, I couldn't get the financing. The banks wouldn't lend to you, and I couldn't get the real estate. They didn't want to really lease to a place that had no name. Even if you have money, go show them whatever. I had a good amount of money, but they just wouldn't do it. So I didn't know about franchising. I only got introduced to franchising through my cousin who had opened up a franchise in New Jersey. And when he heard I was having some difficulties getting this thing going, I mean, it was only a few months I was down here. I was trying to figure it out. And we spoke, and he says, yeah, if you get a franchise, they give you a roadmap. And they'll help you get everything, the finance and the real estate. They'll give you the business system, and they give you a proof of concept. So other people are doing it. So I was like, wow, that's really cool. That's what intrigued me. That's what gave me a roadmap and how I followed it. And then, of course, once you get in the system, and it's really a great thing, franchising, because like you can go and see other franchise businesses that are already operating. Some of them may be newer ones, some of them, the newest ones that come out, you could see where the brand is going. And just by being an outsider, a customer going in, you could see, I could see myself doing this, or I like what they're doing. So you're like actually almost buying a lifestyle. I think I can do this. I want to do this. I spoke to these franchisees. They're successful. I could see they're buying a brand, they're buying a lifestyle, and you're getting a successful, proven model. And how proven that model is, or how much you like it, is what you look at when you go see them and then review the FDD and see how that business works.
What are some of the things like you had to get over mentally when you were going into a franchise? Like I feel like some people might have a pride obstacle to like getting assistance from somebody. Like I feel like that would, that's probably a hurdle some people have to get through.
I think that when someone just decides that they want to go into business and they want to use a proven business model, they're okay with going to franchise. They're all in. They're buying into the system. The difference comes in when you have someone who has already had somewhat of a business, whether it was family or friends or he's part of it or they work for one, and they seem to get that stigma of that. It's like, it's my name. I created it, and I have my own tools and I do my own thing. And so, they get stuck because they keep on trying to figure out a way to optimize their business model. And they don't have a marketing department. They don't have an IT department. They don't have a proven model other than what they've built themselves. And even if their system is doing really well of a small business, even if it's one or two locations, the fact is that they're not going to be able to evolve that business while they're operating that business, typically. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's just not likely. Usually you run your business. So while you're running your franchise business, the franchisor is already already planning out 3 years, 5 years out where the model is going. They're working with manufacturers, distributors. They're working with their marketing team. They're going to these seminars. They're going to all these different things in these different sectors that if you were your own business, you're not going to be able to do everything. You're only one person or maybe a few people that operate your business. And even to get to that is very risky. But when you do get to that, to get from anything more than that is a difficult thing.
Yeah, when I was running my video business, and I think I actually might have told you when I was in the interview, I really, doing it by yourself, it's so hard to get better, and it's hard to grow on your own. You know, like there were so many things, even working with Elliot now, that he's taught me, and the two new guys we have here have taught me so much stuff when it comes to video editing. You really need, you need people around you to be able to be better.
If you want to have a broad skill sets, it's not a singular thing. We could be pretty well-rounded and do everything pretty well, and you can do it. But if you really want to be a leader in a category, you've got to have the right people in the right places. And these people all have skill sets in one area or another that they highly excel at. They're really specialized in. And you bring them in, and they're working on that division, and that not only the current system, but improving it and thinking where it's going to lead to. Now you have other people, whether it's in finance, investments, forecasting. You have other people in the marketing department. There's so many pieces to marketing today. It's not just a single ad. It's like there's a lot to it. So to have, like, look at our marketing department. Every single person that we hired has got a different skill set. You have the analyst, you have the social media, you have the one that's the presence that's out there. You've got, the animation queen. Look at what Maria is doing over there. She really handles that brand, and she puts her own flair on it. And I just got to keep her focused on being male because she loves to she's so cute. But the fact is that we have a lot of fun with it, and it's really cool. But everybody's got their own thing. And if you try to make somebody that's in there do a different position, they might be able to figure it out, but it's not their passion. They're not going to grow with it. And that's kind of what we've done in this company. Everybody in our departments has really owned their position and has uniquely adapted to where they are the leader in that position. Nobody else can do it as well. And I'm really proud of that. And they should be proud of that too.
Yeah, I mean, I think about it. I really don't get much direction here. You kind of guide me, Jacob guides me, and we just go. Right. And we keep making stuff, and getting some of those videos going with Joe, like the training videos. Yeah, it's all stuff that I can never do by myself, but having him and other people writing and helping me plan, the production goes well. Yeah. Always. It's definitely come along a lot way. I think what are you about? Just under a year now here, right? Yeah, a little under a year. Be like right around May, I think I started. So, I mean, the first 90 days, just getting to understand our brand, the people, interacting with them. You're in the marketing meetings. Right. All these things. Now you're starting to put your piece together, and you're trying to expand your knowledge. But as we started onboarding new people, you could see they're filling that gap, and they're each adding another layer. Pretty soon we'll have influencers out there that we have one person that's going to be running that. Isn't that going to be cool? Right. And it's something that, we could have probably figured it out. But this person had unique experience with large brands, getting 8 influencers and running them and actually monetizing it. That's what we want to do. Why do we want to figure that out and test the tuna for 2 years when I can get somebody to plug and play and they can do that? And now we get to learn from that because we can see how we can add value to that. I really want to get a nice clothing line for Tint World. I mean, we have some awesome branding. We all love the stuff that we put out, and it's really cool. But I think our customers are going to want that too. And why not show it off with the influencers that we're going to be hiring, guys and girls? I think it'll be great. Yeah, I like these the coffee cups we got this morning. We got some Cuban coffee going on in these things. Oh, yeah, man. This is really good. I love that new coffee that you brought up from Miami, by the way. It's good, right? It's very smooth. I'm trying to get them on a deal. So the first bag that I had bought, they would only sell it by a pound, and I convinced them to sell me 2 kilos. So I have a kilo at home and I have a kilo here. That just sounds illegal. I know, it does, doesn't it? And it's strong. It's strong stuff. So we were talking about some of the differences between franchising and small business. I honestly wasn't sure. I really didn't know anything about franchises before I started here. It was like a completely new experience for me to see how all of this stuff worked. I had no clue. As I really felt that it was very unique. And so when I got down and I opened up, my first store, it was a franchise, and I
really saw that I was trying to get things done. The same attorneys, the same real estate people, the same bankers that I spoke to that would not, they wouldn't lease to me, lend to me. I go back to the same people and say, well, by the way, I have approval for a franchise. But does that change anything? Oh, yeah, we know that franchise. It's a really good name. We'll give you a long lease and we'll do the build out for you. And we'll give you a loan and give a special SBA loan because we have a real faith in franchising. There's like almost no banks that you could ever get money from to start up a business. But as soon as it's a franchise business, we're just going to invest and see if you do well because most of them do. So if the banks are willing to invest into your business when you're a franchise, do you think that you know more than them and you're going to open up a startup by yourself? You're not going to get a loan. You're going to start it up from nothing. Why would you do that? Even the banks don't even believe in that. They know the failure rate is so much higher. So just go with the odds. Find something that you love. Go model it. You like it. You could see the exact investment cost, range, what it's going to be. Can I afford it? Can you guys get me a loan? Can you guys get me a location in this area? What's so hard about that? You go and you run it. Are you going to, and I have a way of thinking like, am I going to be the average of that franchise? Or am I going to be in the top 25%? Can I get to the top 10%? Could I be number one? I mean, I always like to be number one. And what's good about franchise, it's like you quietly get to see yourself ranking on how you climb.
Oh, yeah, because I guess compared against the other franchisors or franchisees.
Right, so you're under the radar when you come in and you open up. And if you have a nice store and some pictures and videos go out to other dealers, they start coming visiting. Oh, wow, you did a really nice job. And then you basically go and visit them. And you're like, wow, maybe you can show me something. And, sometimes you show them something, which is really cool because you share the brand, but you're totally not competing with each other. You're just like kind of empowering each other and you're excited about the brand. And so now once you do that and you start building it and you see the numbers coming out every week, because typically franchises share the numbers with all the franchisees, and you can see what they're selling, what the sales are, where you're growing for year-to-date sales. So you could see, well, what are they doing that's so good? And then you call them up and the way they answer the phone, the way they talk with you, you could see why they're doing really well. They just treat people nice. And when you go in there, they know how to facilitate that sale. And they're using the system really well. The ones that just go in and negatively complain and this or that, just follow the system. Use that tool of a system and maximize that. That's what I did. You focus on the growth. You focus on being the best that you can. All of a sudden, when you're rising to the top and like you start, hey, wait a second. I was number one last week. Holy, that's great. And all of a sudden you get people emailing you, calling me, well, how did you do that? It's really cool. It's nice to be recognized, and you're recognized from your peers. Like, you can't, in business by yourself, you have no benchmark. You open up your business, but I don't know if I'm doing good. I think I'm doing good. I'm doing this much. How much other businesses like me doing? I don't know. Who do I talk to about the businesses? How do you handle your employees? How do you handle your customers? How are you going to do? You don't know these other people. If anything, you're going to scared that you're going to tell them what you're doing, and they're going to open up by you.
Right?
So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you can't do that. Right.
So they just model your business and copy you off. So you're not going to talk about your business other than your customers. So my point to you is like you're really alone. You're like in this lab of your own mind, trying to figure out, doing what you think in every area that's going to be good for a customer, trying to figure it out versus, just follow the system. And there's a little variation, not much, from franchisee thought process, little implementations that are done. Newer stores are doing a little newer things where the older stores maybe didn't come along with some of these new features yet.
And when we're getting some younger guys in too, like younger store owners, right? Like
the guys and girls are coming in.
Guys and gals, yep.
Yeah. So, and when they're coming in, it seems like they just are more all in. And again, don't forget, we've evolved our system quite a bit since we started. We had a really good system as a nice niche, but like to have it really well formulated in every brand, item, situation, right? We're still always evolving, but we really, in the last couple of years, we've really got our branding right. We've really got a store count right. We got these really good relationships with, real estate teams and builders, and they know our brand now. We negotiated all the pricing on all these startup costs and all the items. And even in today's market, we still efficiently get stores open relatively quickly and get them profitable, typically within 6 months. They're profitable, making money, and now it's just a matter of like monetize the growth. And we've done really well with that. And you know why? Because I believe it cares so much to me. cares much about me as being a franchisee, and I kind of like let other people around me know, like, that's really, if it's not how much their sales are, that's important, that's just a measurement, but the most important thing is what's their profitability. If their profitability is growing, they're happy and they're appreciating you, and there's no turbulence because things are good. When they're not profitable and there's turbulence, you're now being told, taxed with more issues that you need to be, dealing with to try to help them. So when you have a very profitable franchise, it's very forgiving for newbies to come in and get profitable very quickly. And that's what I've learned. I really focus on that kind of a model.
So with all of these things that you have to think about, like the real estate, the services to offer, the new things in the industry, what do you do to try to keep your focus or allot your time to certain different aspects of business? Like how do you break that stuff down? Because it's always a struggle that I have. I have to stay pretty regimented to be able to do the different, give each little basket the amount of time I need to give it,
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of baskets. I really do. And it is true. So what I do is I look at, it's like, I don't even look at it like focus on what I do. I just do it. And so what I'm saying is that there's things that I know that are doable within a week or a month. And I think that they'll really move the system in some way. And some of those things that I want to initiate are not just a me thing. Like it might be, I need one or two or more of my team to be on this, because if I take this on, I can't do every single thing.
Right.
I might need the IT department involved. I might need the marketing department to do some creative artwork. I might need, strategic planning on, customers. So I know that where all my team is and how much tax and toll that they're on right now, it allows me to know that, okay, this project, I'm going to need these people with it. And I know they're not really good. They're still finishing the last 5 projects that I gave them. So before I ask them to do this, I better just put this on the next quarter list, because I'll get them to finish this stuff this quarter. So those are things that I know that are really good, but I just don't have the bandwidth.
Right.
So at that point in the fork in the road, when I see, as we're growing, do I need to hire one more player to run this area? Or is it just a one-time thing that I'll wait for the right jump in and then we'll get this task done and then it'll be implemented? And then they can be on to other things. So it's just a matter of thinking about, what do I need on resources, money, time, people, and then looking at what's available and then deciding this is going to fit into this category. And that's one thing. That's my limitation on that. Things that I know that I have to do every day that need to be dealt with, the business tools, the systems. I mean, I just chip away those every day. How many things can I do a day? Typically, it could be 5 or 6 really key items every single day that I've got to get done. I have list upon list. And then there's a secondary list of key items that I know different departments of mine have to get done. I've been waiting for certain things.
So you have basically like a master list of the things that you need to stay accounted for, and then you have little sub lists for each department of things are the top projects.
So what I do is I have, just to give you a little book. This is a master list, which is a couple of pages, and there's about let me see on this list. Now this is a printed list because this gets updated on a usually monthly, quarterly basis.
Right.
But their category, it's about 30 or 40 items that are really project items, from websites to all different things. So that's a list that I'll really update on a regular basis. That I always know these things are current business systems that I want to get done within the year. Then within that, there's the things that I want to do this week and this month. And those things, to me, they're better if I write them, because they're really on the master list, but I'll write them, because I know at the end of the day, if there's anything still left on that piece of paper, it's going over to the next day, and I'm going to add that to the other I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to carry over the thing I didn't get done. So by doing that, it's almost like when you write it in your hand and they're long enough to, short enough to fit on one paper, and that at the end of the day, your goal is to finish it so you can throw that out and then start and cross it off your master list. That's kind of like just a little simple thing for me, because, and then on top of that, it's all the things that come up in the day that you didn't plan for.
Right.
So, I got this department coming in and they have that. And because their projects, a lot of times in doing their projects, it might take me. I have to approve some type of a system that they've evaluated. I have to, sign off on something that's got to go to accounting. Maybe I really have to get on and deal with one or two operations guys about a situation that they want to improve.
Right.
So whatever those things are, that might take up some of my time, and they're important. So the daily functions, I am available to take care of them because I know if I just help them get that done, I'm helping them get past their tasks. So that's kind of what I do. It's a combination of what I can do that I think I'm going to get the needle moving forward and tackle every day, and then the other items that are dependent on other people for when I know when they're freed up to be able to help me do my initiatives, and then the items that come up that they need me to help them close out some of the initiatives they're working on. It's kind of like a combination of that, and then it's the new stuff that comes every day. Now, that's all probably the 3 bucket list. Mm-hmm. One every day, one every quarter or year, depending on when I want to get it done. And then, those are the 3. And then what I have to wait to get the bucket done that I want to get it done, but I'm waiting for staff. Now, the 4th bucket is my visionary bucket. Those are things that I don't even have the bandwidth to do them right now. I just know that these are going to be big movers and shakers based on I do a lot of research. I come in early, I'm here anywhere between 5:30 in the morning, almost every morning, before anybody comes in. So nobody's really around me. I could just vision. I can go in any direction I want to go, and I try to make the most of that every morning. And I when I'm driving home, I think about, did I maximize my morning time before people came in? And if I didn't, then next morning I'm going to focus. But that's how I do it. It's almost like going to the gym. Sometimes you get a strong workout, sometimes you don't. But that's my morning, and that allows me to vision. And when I see these visions of different things keep on showing up on the list, like it's the same good idea, that's got to go into play.
Right. Yeah, we got to start moving on that.
I have to do it.
That thinking time is so important. I know I get caught up, with work, with my fiance, with the dog, with the house, with wanting to go here, wanting to go there. You don't really have time to think. Mm-hmm. And if you're not thinking, you're just moving without any plan behind it. Yeah. Maybe there's a plan, but you're not seeing the things that are coming up that you then have to adjust to because you're just moving. Yeah. And I can feel it every couple months. I'm like, you know what? I need to slow down. I need to not do anything for the next couple weekends and, readjust and assess where I'm at.
I think that it helps to come in every day and relook at what you have on the main list and what you have on the to-do list. Mm-hmm. By doing that, you kind of regroup and you reprioritize pretty much every day. Are there times that I want to go back? Yeah, it's about once a month I'll really come into the office and I'll go through everything. Because I want to make sure that, there's all these balls out there and what's not really being tapped in on. Right. There's a lot of things going on.
It's a stress reducer too. When you do that.
I just organize
what's going on. Yeah.
Simplify my list and, really weed them out. You know what, this ain't going to happen this quarter or this year. So let me just put it on the next year list. So you really got to kind of be honest with yourself when you see. And, it's like you got to realize that you have to be satisfied. You look at other companies and other things, and when they're growing, you want to be the leader and grow. But you really have to be satisfied with what you're doing because you're moving the needle. And again, we're not a company that's taking money in from anybody. We're organically growing with a team, with people that are actually getting the job done. And running a franchise is no easy task because you got a lot of personalities, not only in the office, which we're pretty much you can keep under control because you're pretty much around the people. Right. When you hire the people you like and you trust and they're good at it, it's a lot easier. But when you're getting franchisees and you don't really pick them, they pick you. And you can't pick winners and losers. You just got to support them with the same system with variable personalities. The good news is that we've got some great franchisees, but they really are all a little different. Mm-hmm. Different parts of the country, in different countries.
Yeah, that's the interesting part, that it's really like we're getting swaths of people from all over the United States. All these different states, all these different, cultures and regions. The stores in Colorado aren't going to run the same as the stores down here. The clientele and the stuff that they want is going to be different.
It is. And we did have that figured out a long time ago. We have really, in the industry that we're in, we have various categories of services, mm-hmm. and they're all a little bit more desirable, different ones in different areas, but they're all desirable. But there's a lot of trucks in some areas. There's a lot of sports cars in some areas. It doesn't mean that there's no trucks or no sports cars. But the fact is that everywhere is a little bit different. Right. And so the things that we offer, whether it's price point or brand name or service type, they're going to be adaptable in different markets. And that's what I'm really proud about with this brand, because when we opened up in Dubai and I saw how well our products and services were taken over there, I was like, wow, they have the same values and desire for these products that we do. And then I really got into it. Same thing with Canada. I mean, Canada's growing like crazy now. And we're really happy to help them and support them. We got a whole team going up there for the Canadians, and we're going to group them all together. And they're really getting a good camaraderie. We grew slow in Canada at the beginning. We didn't want to grow too fast, but we figured it out. And we've got some partners now, and we're growing really strong. And in the U.S., the U.S. team is also embracing each other. We go to the conventions. We just want to give each other love and support and cross-pollinate, their ideas and just keep them focused on the brand. Sometimes when they start getting a little far away from the brand, they watch the shiny objects, this brand or this company that maybe not be part of us. It looks nice because somebody ran an ad or they're doing a good job. But the fact is that our core business model is really where they're going to make the most profit. And we just selectively pick the best brands, the best products, the best services that are going to optimize their business. You could want to do some of these other things, but they may not be profitable, or the company may not be able to supply the support that we need and we want. But as we grow, we listen to franchisees and we try to, hear what they're saying and see if there's a way to implement some of those ideas. Because I know as a franchisee first, I really wanted my franchisor to listen to me because I was a leading franchise. I was doing a lot of things right. And I felt like, they should try this. Everybody in the industry is doing this, but they're not looking. So I really don't want to get too far away from not focusing on what's happening at the front store level. And that's really why I hired the operations teams that we have. They're not typically corporate guys. They're really guys that know the business. They can go in and run the business rather than someone who's going to evaluate the business. And I think that's really important. It's what I wanted, and I think that's helping us grow really well.
Yeah, I got a lot out of that convention trip that we went on. It was really cool to see the scope of the company, because all I ever really see is the videos that Elliot takes, and whenever I go into the stores that are locally around here, I'm not going all around the country. It's funny. Me and Elliot were talking. He's probably been to the most stores.
Oh yeah, more than anybody.
Hands down,
Every grand opening,
way more. He's been to every single one.
You know what? I in the first year or two, Ellie's very quiet, so he'll go and do the.
I asked him he's going to come on the show one day. We're gonna have him in.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, we're gonna have him in.
He's just got this innate talent and vision for the company, separately from me, but complementing the way I do it. And he just takes it to another level, and he shows it in his editing and his visuals and the angles that he takes. Some of these shots, like I wouldn't have thought to take it at that, and he's just doing it, setting up the editing.
I feel embarrassed when I have some of my shots compared to the stuff that he shoots. It's like
he's amazing. He's a good guy. He really has got some talent. And so what I realized is that after about 2 years of doing all the videos for us, he came to me one day, and we didn't talk much. He's always on the road. He doesn't really come to the office much, and we talk a little bit. But after we started doing the entourage videos, we did the one to Dubai, and we did the one to California and Las Vegas. And these entourage videos, we shared a room together. Like, he just followed me everywhere, not into the shower or anything, but he would follow me and out the door to go to dinner, to pick up the other team and say hello to all the vendors. I mean, it was a really nice thing to do. Driving across the desert in the car and going racing Ferraris. All the different things that we did, he just captured and got to know each other. And so I guess with that, after we got back from the second entourage video, he actually came to the office and he closed the door. He goes, "Charles, I want to talk to you about something." And I said, "Well, what? Tell me." He goes, "I just want to talk to you about, I see the people that are coming in, and let me tell you about some of the really good ones. And they love you. They really... they trust you, and he would tell me things that I would never know what they're thinking or feeling when they're opening up, because he's visiting, their dream is coming true, and they're opening, and I remember that, but like, he's there with them, and when he's interviewing, they're telling him, and they're saying these things, and so I kind of really get the heartbeat of the business owner and the system. And he tells me, they really followed the system right. I mean, they don't want to disappoint you. And then you have other ones, they go, well, they're doing a good job. They're not really following, he's picking it apart and giving me like little nuggets that actually can help me talk to my operations team before they even get on the wrong path to straighten these things out, which is so key in the first 90 days when they open up their business. So not only is he really creative with the camera, he knows people, their hearts, their minds. He's able to communicate with them and really give us what we need is the details of these people. So how do we help them most? I love that.
Yeah, that is one thing I think me and him have in common, and that's why I like video production, because when you do this stuff and you interview people, you really get to know people. When I have my business in Jersey, I'm shooting videos on oyster boats, restaurants, bars, jiu-jitsu gyms, pretty much anything. So you go to someone's business and you get to learn about something that you never knew about before.
Yeah. It's
really
great.
Cool.
It is. You see them in action. I see them before they're a franchise when they're interested in buying one. I see them when they come to training and they spend a couple of weeks with us. And when I get them alone in a classroom on the last few days, and I can just really make sure that they've got everything ready. And I see them when they come on the first day and they're like really bewildered and I don't know if I can do this and did I make a mistake? And by the last day, they're like, I got this, I'm going. So I love that. And I make sure that they know that we're on the same side. Like when you leave here, it's like, you got it. I am fully in support of you and our whole team is. So utilize the marketing department, the IT department, anyway, the training department, the operations team, whatever you need, the creative department, whatever you need, you utilize the team. Don't think you go it alone. This is your team. We're here for you. So to me, I get them to leave knowing that we have their back and we're on the same side and we're growing that thing together. And the ones that really embrace that are the ones that grow the fastest. I got to tell you. But again, that's the last I see them until much later. Usually the first year's convention, I see them again. Yep. I speak to them. We see them on, on the screen on TV, on the monitors.
Right.
We have our Zoom meetings and stuff. But the fact is that I don't really get to always meet them again for about a year after the convention. And Elliot gets to meet them like 90 days after I last saw them, usually maybe 3 months to 6 months after I saw them when they have their grand opening and they left training. And he gives me the report. So now they're proud. They just opened their business. It's all done. It's like the results of their hard work to get open is there and how their excitement is to grow and how they feel about the company and their journey, what the thoughts they say. These are the things that we don't really get to hear from the corporate office, but we love hearing it through Elliot's eyes and through his camera and his lens that he can give to us. But it's really cool the way he really gets into the hearts and minds of our franchisees. And really everybody does, but he's the one who's going out to them, like you said, seeing every single store on their proudest day opening. Yeah,
it's a special... It's special for the owner too. Like that's a moment that they're gonna remember. Like I'm sure you remember the first day you opened your first franchise, right? The first day you opened your first store.
I do.
Yeah, it's a special moment, and he's there to share that with them and to capture it and something that they can look back on, forever. That's the power of video. You can film something, you can look back on it, and it throws you right back in time.
It's really good stuff. It really is.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. That's definitely why I like doing it. So I think that was a pretty good first episode. I know we have we got some things to do today.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to tell our loveliest listeners? Anything new upcoming in Tint World? We have a bunch of grand openings coming up next month.
Yeah, I think
we got a
February. I think we have maybe. What do you say? I think we only have about 7 or 9 grand openings this month, but I believe we have 17 opening next month.
17?
Yeah, it's like we have like literally 33 stores opening the first quarter of this year, 2022. So we just opened up a few of them, so they're all materializing. So Elliot's going to be busy going to these grand openings now.
I know. I've told him. I was like, man, you he needs to get what's that TSA thing? Or the pre-check.
Oh, the pre-check.
Yeah,
he didn't get that yet.
I don't know. I don't think he has it.
Or maybe he told him to get it.
Maybe he does have it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gonna be going all over the place.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for the first episode of the Tint World franchise podcast. I'm Brian, and me and Charles will see you next time.
Thank you.